So here I am in Saltaire. I'm just about to begin the Daleshighway long distance footpath, which runs all the way from here up to Appleby and Westmoreland in Cumbria. I'm going to split the walk into stages, so today I'm only going as far as Skipton. I parked my car there, jumped on the train, and here I am. And the weather so far is good. It's very breezy, and there's some rain forecast later, so I don't think I'm going to stay entirely dry during today, but we'll take what we can get. So there's a number of reasons for choosing this route today. One, it's proximity to home. It's not that far to travel to the start, and indeed all the points in between sort of Saltaire and Appleby, you know, are all travelable from home, so allows for a massive amount of flexibility. The route itself is about 90 miles long, so again, not a huge undertaking, and one that I would reasonably expect to complete in about 4 or 5 outings. Having said that, if I decide to continue the stages throughout the winter months, where I don't have the weather and I don't have the daylight to play with, I can always shorten those down as well, so still be able to get out and enjoy my time outdoors, but just in shorter doses. And the other good thing about this walk is it's so accessible via public transport. So again, to break it down in sections and just do linear routes, it's much more convenient for me to do that, and I enjoy doing that anyway. So yeah, it's got a lot of big ticks all around. It's a shame. I was kind of hoping that this was open. It's the Whitewell's Cafe. I don't know when it ceased to be a cafe, but it's definitely not open this morning, which is a shame because I was looking forward to getting a cup of coffee and a bite to eat, but never mind. In that case then, I think I'll pick up the track onwards towards Skipton and find somewhere sheltered for something to eat instead. See, just over my shoulder is Ilkley, and that was always going to be a plan B if the weather was particularly miserable and I wasn't enjoying myself. I could have gone down into the town, picked up the train back to Skipton and ended the walk there, but so far we've managed to avoid the worst of the weather. A couple of little showers, nothing much, and it's been great. The tracks over it's up Bingley and Ilkley Moor have been fantastic. And just watching the rainbows pop up and go, and a really good track, superb, and it's been a great little walk so far. So as I've managed to stay dry, the plan is to press on to Skipton. Just stopping. First time I stopped all day, been going about 3.5 hours, and as you can see the weather's really set in. I thought it was going to stop for a moment there, I was going to get away with it, but this is probably set in for the day. Got about 8-9 miles left I think I'll just get my head down and get those miles out of the way. There's not much fun to be had in this, but I've done well to get this far, considering the forecast, without getting wet. So I'll take this, because I could have easily quite sat this out at home today. Fantastic. Keep looking for these signs, not always obvious. Got about 6 or 7 miles to go now, and the wind seems to have died down, but no sign of the rain easing off. I didn't think it was ever going to stop raining. Got to Addingham and it stopped for about 5-10 minutes. I thought, fantastic. No, it came down, and I'm going to spin round so you can see it in behind me in the distance over there. It was just set in, and some really challenging conditions, but we're pressed on. I'm about 2 miles outside of Skipton. It won't be long before I'm back, but because it's dry, I'm going to stop now and just have another brew, the rest of my coffee, and then re-energise and just smash those last 2 miles out. Check that out. Proper sunshine, proper warm sunshine, and dry. What a massive contrast. I mean, I knew I was going to get wet today, but that was just crazy for a couple of hours. Absolutely crazy. I would imagine on, better weather days, the views are just superb, but I have enjoyed it. So I made it back to the car in one piece. And despite the weather, today has been a really superb walk. The scenery's been fantastic. When I had views across Bingley and Ilkley Moor, brilliant. And it really was a walk of two halves. Until I got to Ilkley, I had some really fine weather. And then, of course, when I got to Ilkley, the heavens opened, a sustained period of rain and wind, and there was just no shelter. So I wasn't going to hang around. I really put my foot down and motored through that. And then when I neared Skipton, the rain eased off and it was quite pleasant. So I just sort of eased the pace a bit and just enjoyed that descent into the town, and managed to get myself a Starbucks as a treat on the way back. So yeah, really pleased with that. Just a couple of points to note. I parked in Skipton railway station, and that was £4.40 for the whole day, which I thought was reasonable value. I could have probably found somewhere for free, but this was ideal to get me on the train first thing this morning. I took the train from here to Saltaire. That was £7 return, sorry, £7 single, and the carriages were nice and quiet this morning. In terms of refreshment, there wasn't a great deal on the route itself. Once you leave Saltaire and Shipley, there isn't anything else until you reach Ilkley. The Whitewell's Cafe was most definitely shut. I didn't see anything in Addingham, and of course there's plenty when you reach Skipton, but by that time your walk is over, so you need to be prepared for the day. Route finding can be a bit tricky, a little bit fiddly in places. Some of the routes taking you around housing and bits and pieces like that. But the tracks are good. They're all good tracks. and roads in places, so I didn't go wrong on too many occasions. So that's the end of the video. If you've watched this far, thank you for watching. If you'd like to give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below, it'd be much appreciated. I would like to hear from you, and I'll see you next time.